Hey guys, I'm Louis and welcome to my latest video. So as you can tell by the title, go over a movie review today. And yeah, I'm going to kick it off with Transformers Age of Extinction, which I saw a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to do a review of it since I've seen it. And yeah, basically I'm going to be doing reviews whenever I get to see a movie, like not sort of a small movie or a movie that's been out for a while, but like a new release AAA title such as Guardians of the Galaxy, which comes out in a couple of days. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comes out in a couple of weeks, and then just all the big movies that you guys are maybe thinking of going to see, or maybe have seen and want to know how what I think of those movies. This is what it's for. I'll also possibly be doing game reviews for new release games if I get hold of them. However, I don't pick up games as soon as they come out quite often. Normally I wait till a couple of weeks, couple of months later, even maybe like a year later if the prices don't drop till then, because I like to say I don't see the point in paying £40 for a game that's just going to last you 12 hours. Like, if there's no multiplayer or anything that's good to keep you going, it's kind of pointless. But yeah, let's get into this review. So my first impressions of this movie were that it was a really good film. Certainly better than Transformers 3 Dark Side of the Moon. I just thought that one was a bit, I don't know, it wasn't as good as the first two, and I didn't really enjoy it that much. Not very much in way of character development. A lot of Transformers were killed, but it would happen really fast, and it was hard to follow, and sometimes it was hard to know who was fighting who. But in this one, it was very clear who was fighting who. The character deaths, they took their time a bit more of them, which made them more effective in, I don't know, provoking an emotional response from the audience. And yeah, I really thought that this one handled deaths and character development and things like that a lot better, which brings me into my next point. This film was more focused on the robots and the Transformers as opposed to the humans, whereas in the last three films it's all been focused on the character that Sheila Buff played, and obviously you had Megan Fox in there, and in the third one Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. Don't have a problem with those actors, they're all good actors and actresses, but I just thought it's a Transformers movie, focus on the actual robots. We don't really care about the human story. Like, yes, there was humans in this film. Mark Wahlberg played the sort of the main, I guess you would say, the main human, but it wasn't all focused on them. Yes, there was a big story arc about his family and all the issues they had, but it was more that was sort of in the background, sort of a side story, whereas the main story arc was just Transformers, like everywhere. It was just so good. There's no whiny people like in the last one. Well, we know Megan Fox and Rose Huntington-Whiteley and even Sheila Buff, in the characters those played, were a bit annoying, but in this one there's not really any annoying characters. They're all the humans are just done really well. They're not like stupid or anything like that. I mean, one of the characters, I can't remember what the actress's name that plays her is, but the character called Tessa, the Mark Wahlberg's daughter in the film, was a bit annoying and a bit helpless and a bit meh, like the damsel in distress, but she did have some moments where she was not completely useless, and yeah, overall it was just better in terms of characters because it was more focused on Transformers as opposed to whiny humans. And like I said in the last point, the deaths of characters, whether it be humans or Transformers, they were affected the other characters a lot more. Like, I'm not going to name anything Like, I'm not going to name specific people that died because I don't want to. I want this to be a spoiler-free review. And basically, some of the Transformers that die have a massive impact on the other Transformers, like such as Optimus, and you can finally feel emotions coming out of all the Transformers. Whereas before they were a bit rigid and a bit not insensitive, but like when someone died, like in the first one, when Megatron kills Jazz in the first Transformers film. If you haven't seen it by now, then I can't possibly spoil it. It came out in 2007. Just no. But when Jazz was killed by Megatron in Transformers, the first one, nobody gave a fuck. Like, literally, he died and they're just like, they didn't even know. They didn't even care. They're just like, meh. But in this one, when characters actually died, it actually impacted on the characters and led to later in the story. And it was more of a complete Transformers film, in my opinion. I think it was one of the best of the series. Not quite as good as the first one, but it was really, really good. And at the end, there was a kind of a cliffhanger ending, and obviously, I think they're slated for another two Transformers films. There's definitely going to be a fifth one, probably a sixth. But yeah, there's quite an interesting cliffhanger at the end, which just made me and the audience curious of what's going to happen next, because a lot of films end with they're going to have a sequel, but at the end there's not anything really to get you going. Like at the end of Avengers, the end of the credits, you had Thanos at the end, and basically that was quite interesting, and it made you think, oh, who is this guy? And you'd go and research him, and you'd go and you're really excited for the next Marvel movie. And obviously we're going to have the likes of Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, Age of Ultron, and yeah, I think, but coming back to Transformers, very good cliffhanger, made me curious about what's going to happen next. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next movie, if it actually gets made. I'm sure it will, but hopefully it won't get cancelled. But yeah, overall, I'm going to give this 9 Grimlocks out of 10. Or just 9 out of 10, but I just put some Grimlock here. They'll be here. So you'll be able to see 9 Grimlocks there, as opposed to just, it's the rate, and just, just deal with it. So I hope you have really enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you enjoy my content in general. Leave a comment if you've seen this movie, and tell me what you think about it. And yeah, take care, guys.